This weekend going down at UFC 322, we are getting the trilogy that we never got. Islam Makhachev is moving up to 170 pounds to take on Jack Della Maddalena. This is an extremely high-level fight that is super tough to predict, but today I'm going to be going through this fight, breaking it down, and trying to pick a winner. So for starters, what happened last time these two were in a cage? Of course, JDM got the welterweight title versus Belal Muhammad in a back-and-forth fight where he had the upper hand. He was doing very good in the striking, and he was able to fend off Belal's wrestling to an extent. Islam Makhachev last time out, of course, fought Renato Moicano in a pretty lackluster anticlimactic fight that we all expected. He was supposed to fight Arman Tsarukyan. Arman couldn't make weight, so that fell through. And now Islam has taken the last year to move up to 170 pounds. Because that's something everybody was talking about, of course, in the build-up with this one as well. Islam's moving up to 170. How is he going to do? How is that going to be for him? That's a big weight difference, and it is. It's 15 pounds. That can be a big difference. But for some of these guys like Islam who walk around at pretty much 200 pounds, a weight cut like that isn't that big of a problem. So I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue for Islam. I think him going up to 170 is going to be better for him. Yeah, he's not going to be that much quicker, but he's going to be a lot less drained and a lot more energized on fight night, and that's going to lead to a better performance probably. So I don't think the size is going to play too much of a factor into this one. So let's look at the fighter's skill for skill. I mean, obviously we know what JDM's about. He's a striker, has some of the best hands in the UFC, some of the best boxing. Islam Makhachev, his striking, I mean, it's nothing that is to run home about. I mean, people don't talk about it a lot, but it's actually pretty good. I mean, it's not world class, not one of the best strikers in the UFC, but it's still pretty good, and it's championship level. I mean, look at what happened when he fought Dustin Poirier. He was able to stand with Poirier on the feet and win some of the exchanges. Do I think a championship Jack Della Maddalena is a better boxer than Dustin Poirier in almost 40? Yeah, probably. So there's definitely going to be a bigger test there. Then there's the wrestling, of course, with Islam Makhachev. We know that he's one of the best wrestlers in the UFC right now. We know he's going to be wanting to look to grapple in this matchup because of JDM striking. So I expect to see that, and I think we obviously got to give the edge to Islam in that department. But as we saw in Islam's first couple of fights with Volkanovski, well, mainly the first one, we saw that Volkanovski was able to wrestle with Islam, able to grapple with him and have his own moments. And that a lot was credited to Craig Jones, of course, the jiu-jitsu practitioner. Of course, some of you guys, probably a lot of you guys know who that is. And yeah, he has pretty much been the Dagestani kryptonite. He is a grappler that has been able to kind of figure them out, kind of neutralize their wrestling and use it to his advantage. And that's what Volkanovski was able to do in his fight with Islam. So JDM, he's being backed by Team Volk. Craig Jones is in his corner for this fight as well. So I'm wondering if he'll do the same. So that leads me on to the question that is JDM as good as Volkanovski, and will he be able to pose the same threats to Islam? Yes and no, it's a complicated question. I think JDM is going to give Islam issues, just not the same ones that Volkanovski was. Because I think Islam is going to want to strike a lot more than he should in this fight. I think he believes in his striking. I think he's going to want to wrestle a lot, but he may test JDM on the feet, and JDM is very, very good, and I think will win a lot of the striking exchanges because it's not that Islam's slow, it's that he's going to leave openings that JDM is going to be able to use and take advantage of with his counterboxing. JDM is also really good at throwing those sneaky knees up the middle when guys shoot for double legs, as he used against Gilbert Burns, so Islam is going to have to be careful for that. So I've talked about all the fighters' skills and what they're good at, but who do I actually think is going to win? How do I actually see things playing out? I think this is going to be really high level and really close. I think we're actually going to see an extremely close fight here. I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth. Both guys are going to have their moments. You're going to see JDM use his striking, land some big shots, and land some sweet combinations on Islam. And I think you're going to see Islam land his takedowns and do his damage and control from there as well. And who do I think is actually going to end up winning? To be honest, I'm really torn on this. This is a really tough fight to predict. One of the toughest fights to predict of the year. But I'm going to back Islam Makhachev to come up to 170 pounds and get a second title. Islam Makhachev via unanimous decision is going to be my official prediction. I think this is going to be really tight. I don't think we're going to see a finish. I think Islam's going to have moments where he struggles here. I think JDM is going to have moments where he shines. But in the end, I think Islam is going to have the upper hand. I think it's going to be 3-2. I think we're going to see Islam just edge him out on a lot of the rounds, to be honest. There you guys have it. Thank you all for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It helps me out a ton. We're almost at 2,000 subs. Let's try and get there. Thank you all for watching this video. If you're interested in more UFC 322 content, be on the lookout on the channel, as I'm going to be talking about a bunch of fights on this card. It's card of the year. There's so much to talk about, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you all for watching once again. I'll catch you all in the next one.